Good afternoon, everyone. I hope all are well in these critical conditions. All are locked in home. Okay. So today in this session, we will discuss about leadership. Actually, leadership is a big subject. I'll try to cover some topic on this. So leadership needs to win the hearts of others to attain some desired goals. To achieve something, you should have some team and some preparation, and there is some trainings. Everything should be required to achieve goals. To that, you need a leader to lead these all things. Okay, so one by one, we will go in the next slides. So, how we can define this leadership? Motivating team members towards a common goal. So, when the goal is common, to achieve that particular industry or organization or so groups will be divided in different social groups and political groups, so like that different types of groups will be there. But as for concern in industrial groups, so you'll be assigned some project, so how to fulfill that projects, so what the leadership quality should be there, so that all things we'll discuss on this particular session. So motivating team members towards a common goals. That's the first quality of the leadership. And so always that leader should go for the motivating towards the goal to their members. People that have leadership skills, backgrounds, a strong personality and interpersonal skills to lead others in their directions. So the leadership should have the very wonderful personality. The personality means what? The communication skill or tackling the challenges. So I'll call problems as challenges. So when you call the challenges, so you can achieve that things. So the strong personality means what? So listening all the things from the different category of that projects and getting the good things from and finding the loopholes and how to solve that particular challenges and how to achieve that. So these all include in the personality. So personality in the sense the other members can inspire by his communication, by his writing skill, by his wearing the dresses and way of tackling the persons. So these all things will be the group and comes under the personality. So the leader should have a very strong personality with knowledgeable regarding that particular projects. So leadership skill helps us take effective decisions. So always the leadership will help to take the effective decision, focus on personal vision and process towards achieving goals of our business. Focusing on that personal vision as well as organization vision. The what development you want to make. So that should be team also developed, the organization and the leaders also you have to learn the new things, he can get the new things and how to solve that particular all challenges. So leader in the sense totally if you're going to consider, so leader is the person who is having the capacity to take all his members along with his members to achieve that particular the project or to that goal. While motivation and inspiration can make strong leaders, means the motivating and inspiration with that we can develop the new leaders in our groups. And leaderships, the action that ultimately drives the success, respect and trust needed to be effective. Means with that you can have the respect and the success will be you can achieve trust in that particular members of the team and they will be it will help you to work them effectively. So moving to the next, why is leadership an important skill? Why is leadership an important skill? Leaders inspires others to follow certain path in life. Actually, the different types of leaders would be there. What I told earlier. So political leaders and social society you can see the different leaders and social changers. So like the different leaders should be there. So leaders inspire others to follow a certain path in their life. So they will impact on your life also. The way of the tackling the problem and way of the communicating with their family the communicating and interacting with their family members and subordinators, that will be creating some path in the different people's life by seeing and inspiring the leaders. That's why leaders should be very careful about their talks and communications and their behaviors. Leadership skills are important because human nature requires that certain people need to take charge and help others. So everywhere in every field, the leaders should be required to motivate, to push up the persons to take the charge and help your society members and in your subordinating levels also. Without leaders, it is very difficult to manage large groups of people, set goals and make process. If you're not having the leaders, you will not have the instruction, you will not have the guidance. So it is very difficult to follow that particular project or some work, and it is very uncomfortable feel to do the new things and how to achieve that goals, to set the small goals, to achieve the big goals. So if these all things will miss if you're not having the good leader or the efficient leader, the experienced leader on that particular regarding subject. What should leaders do? Leaders help their team and organization make progress and act in the right way. So always the leader help to their organization and also their team members so that they can work and they can concentrate on their particular project. So in the right way. So always take care that they have to go in the right way. If there is some problem, they can sit together and replan that project, how to reach that particular goal. So these all things to do this from the leader should be there, and they should have the good experience on that one. So good leader should be there. So listening his subordinates. Good leader should build a vision, set clear goals and direction, and map dynamic path forward for their team and or groups. So always he is going to set the goals, and achieving that, we will explain the vision of that organization, and once again he will set the next goal. So like that, so he is always creating the dynamic path to motivating his group members. So next we'll go for what makes a good manager. What makes a good manager? While a leader is simply a front man, actually leader always will stand at the front, and also he have the quality to manage all his group members. A manager should exhibit the right leadership skills to motivate their team to work hard and smarter to get projects done faster. Not only working hard, that person should be, that team member should be work smarter. The leaders should have the quality how to take the work with smarter way, not only the hard way, or hard means hard, and doing the smart skills by using the smart skill technologies and advanced the path whatever you're having, advanced technology what you're having, using these all things and using particular the what resources you're having, using that resource in the good manner, in that like that he can use that particular team members very smartly to get that project done faster and perfect. Good managers need to empathetic and take responsibility for their action. Always the managers or leaders, always they have to take the responsibilities. Delegate, delegate effectively and give prize when needed. Always yes, they have to motivate and they praise that team members. If they are going to do the good things, you have to appreciate them and you have to motivate them to achieve new things. The most important quality is truly understand each team member and personal level so that they can understand the motivation that contain their work ethics. So always the leader should have the know the path of the how their employees or their team members are working. He has to know their how they are thinking, what they are doing, what experience they are having, for how their mind is thinking, what in which place they are having strong. So getting these all things, he has to understand their each team members. It's good to guide, give the guidance and motivate, and what they're having and what work ethics they are having. So according to that, the leader can take the charge on that particular group members. So most important thing here, what should leaders not do? The what should be avoided from the leader. Some negative qualities that leaders should never exhibit. Some of I given here. First one, fail to set clear goals for their team. So if he is not having a clear vision and if he is unable to set the goal to their team members, so he will not going to achieve what he he is having planning. Insulting or degrading team members. So degrading or in front of in front of all team members, degrading the persons and insulting that if you're not having this one, you are not unable to do this, and what you're doing like that means insulting that one, he will lose his whatever presence in that particular team, and he will himself lose to interest on that particular thing. So instead of that, you can call that person, you can proactive means you can sit with them and you can communicate with them what problem he is challenges he is facing and where is the weak point will be there. You can give the training, counseling, and you can make that person to interest in that project, and you have to give some training for that person also. Not hold regular meetings with their subordinates. Sometimes what happens, we're not unable to take the meeting every day or twice in the week like that. So meeting time, if you are increasing, means if you are again and again, if you are going to conduct the meetings, so it is very best technique to understand what your team members are having, the things and thoughts, ideas about that project and about that matter. So exhibit behavior that would expected from team members. So always your behavior should be like that. So at least your team members should not feel uncomfortable and like this. Fail to utilize them, the team members' skill. So sometimes what happens, the leader is unable to utilize that particular skill what the team members is having. So that is also one negative quality of the leaders. Fail to take right decision at right time or right place, you can say. So next one, give price too easily. Some people easily they will price the peoples at hard boiled or lack of empathy. So lack of empathy means you are the leader. If the leader is not able to understand their problem by going to their place and making himself feel in their place. So when we feel we are standing in their place, you can come to know what problem actually they are facing on everything. So these are some leaders' negative quality. They can make it positive. So here, good leader. So good leader always inspiration to others, and also he'll take the inspire from others, his seniors, his team members, and like that. Integrity and clear goals, good examples, visions, and clear communication. So what is this clear communication? When the communication will start, first you have to listen perfectly and you have to communicate with, and you have to take the feedback. Then only it will consider the clear communication. Expect the best always, and also you have to ready for the worst sometimes. Supporting our team members, encouragement. Always you have to encourage. Oh, चलो यार करेंगे हम क्या होता है हम पीछे है ना आपके पीछे. Like that you have to always motivate the people. Recognition. Always you have to recognize the talent, recognize their qualities. Stimulating the work. Focus on team interests and needs. What the team demands and what needs should be there. So that you have to consider. You have to focus on that. So these are some good qualities about the leaders. So next there is a video. Just go for this. You can see that one. How to stay motivated. In the jungle, which animal is biggest? Of course, elephant. In the jungle, which animal is tallest? No doubt, giraffe. Wisest? Fox. Fastest animal? Cheetahs. So these all are having wonderful qualities, but they are not called as a king of the forest. So only the lion is called as a king of the forest. Right? The lion is courageous. The lion is very bold. The lion is always ready to face any challenges and is having the guts to cross any barriers. Lion walks with great confidence. Dares for anything. The lion believes he is unstoppable. He is always risk taker. Lion believes means any animal it will see the positive things in all animals because it is their food. What it will create the opportunities. The lion has cherished them. So what you can learn from the lion? You don't need to. Okay, no problem. So self-confidence, the daring, the courage, I can do. So these all the quality of the leader. Always he used to watch the possibilities. These are the things to make us the team leader. Stay motivated. So with that, we'll go for the next videos. Next slide. Characteristics of leader. So what is the characteristics of leaders? Different leadership styles can be used at different times in businesses. Okay. So every time the same leader, the same quality of the person will be not in the same place. So different leaders are there to different places. So like that, you're having here some details. Self-awareness that every leader should have. So he has to understand first himself, what I am and what I'm doing, what is my weakness, what is my strength, where I have to improve, where I'm well enough. So where is my strong points? So these all things should be, he can understand. Self-analyzing or self-awareness, understand self-strength and weakness is the main thing. So determination, always he should have the determination about his work. The ability to make decision quickly. Fairness, so always he has to take the fair decisions. So treating all are equal like that. Enthusiasm, so motivating team with positive attitudes. Integrity, earning the respect of the team. And knowledge, always he should be making himself knowledgeable. Okay, so next of the qualities, creativity, imagination, innovation, ethical, moral and intelligence, EMI. So he should be ethical and he should follow the moral and he should have the intelligence where that whatever knowledge he's having, how to use that. So that is called intelligence. Ability to follow the vision and mission of the organization. He should have able himself to follow that vision and the mission of that particular organization. Smart decision making and effective communication. So always he should have the capacity to smart decisions and effective communication with their subordinates and the team members and seniors. Relevant knowledge, the what present generation, the what knowledge should be required from the demands from the organization, from his team members. So that always he should be take care. And respect team members. Always he has to respect his team members and their ideas. What ideas they are giving. Is it relevant for that? If it is not relevant, you have to sit and you can discuss with that. So whatever idea will help, you can take that idea and you can forward. Believe in team. Always you have to believe in their team members. So when we have the belief, so at that time no one can stop to achieve that particular goal. So these are some functions of leadership. Developing teamwork. Always he has to develop the teamwork and you have to give the whatever new things are there. You're developing the team members. Representing team. Always he has to represent that team in a good manner. Counseling work means all if they are having any disturbance about the team members, he can sit and they can get the counseling, or you can take the help of counselor from that organizations. Managing time. It's a very important thing. You have to manage the time. What are the time required for that particular plan according to that plan. So how we can do that from the time management? It's very important to achieve goal faster. Using proper power means proper power, using that particular power what he had given and resources. So this is an intelligence of leader. Securing group effectiveness. Always he had to secure that effectiveness from that groups. So next one, it's a very important thing is here, leadership styles. So you can divide in three types: autocratic, democratic, and free reign. So what is this autocratic? Autocratic means monocritic means monopoly. The whatever the leader is says, that is a right, and whatever leader is says, every member should be follow that. Team member should be follow that particular thing. That is called autocratic. He is not ready to listen. He is not ready to take the idea from his subordinate or team members. Just whatever he is having, that is correct. He is just following and he is giving the orders, and all should follow. That's all. So that is called autocratic. Next one is democratic. What you are living in the democratic country. So in democratic, what happens? You know that you can say something and they will listen. If it is correct, that will be applied. So you will have the discussion with the leaders, and leaders will discuss with their team members, and the whatever which thing is appropriate that particular project, that goal. So that idea should be processed, and both will be worked together. That is called a democratic, and everyone is having the equal right on that particular team. So they can utilize each one's resources, each one's knowledge, and they can easily success their in their particular project. Free reign means, so leader will not going to give any orders and any restriction, and just give the full freedom to their members. So whatever they will feel good and right, they will do. So he will not going to share any ideas of his ideas, and he is not going to listen. Means he gives the full freedom to their team members, and they can work freely according to that particular project and everything. You can divide leadership styles in three types: autocratic and democratic and free reign. So next, you can see what makes leaders effectively. So how the leaders become effective leader. Mental and physical health, always he has to have the careful about his mental and physical health. What is it mental health? So always he has to think for the positive, always he is ready to listen from his subordinates, he has to make himself stressless and cool and calm. So that is the mental health. And physical health means he should have the fit and fine, so healthy. So he should have some regular yoga or some jogging like that, and he himself would be good health he should have. So that's what. So good mental health and physical health. The person who is having the mental and physical health, so he can achieve anything. Swami Vivekananda also told like that. The person who is having the sound knowledge and good physical, he can achieve anything. So next point, knowledge and intelligence. So knowledge means what information we have collected up to now. Intelligence means using that particular knowledge in particular place, particular time, and particular for purpose. So clear cut and worthy means worthy goals. So always you have to be very clear cut and worth about that goals. And convictions, always you should have the conviction on that particular work, strong belief on that particular himself and his team members. Sense of responsibility, always he should have the quality to take the responsibility. He has to dare to take the responsibility. So when he is having the sense of taking the responsibility, he will become the leader. Motivation means motivating others and self-motivation also. Inspirations, he has to take the inspired by some leaders, and he can follow that rules and regulations what they are having, and how they are looking the life, and how they are following the systematic life and systematic rules and regulation in the life and in organization and their working quality. So like that, you can inspire and you can become the inspiration for team members also. So these are the best quality of the leadership. And here is a video. Just go through this one. You can come to know the leadership. How the leader can save his team and how he can give the direction. See, how can face the challenges. How he have the ability to take all the persons in unity. So they succeed. So like that, you can follow the leaders. Leadership qualities and skills. What are the qualities and skills the leader should have? He should have the communication, integrity, accountability, and empathy, and humility, vision, influence, and positivity, and confidence. So one by one we will go with explanation. Communication. What is the meaning of communication? So like commonly we will say the interchanging the information from one group to another group in a meaningful order. So without any barriers. So actually the communication, the most important part of the communication, listening. If you are listen perfectly, the what the people are saying, so you can give the perfect the information to them. So first you have to listen what they want to say. So this is the first quality of the communication. If you listen correctly, your team members, you can give the good information and instructions, and you can take the feedback. With that, you can listen once again. You can do like that process will go on. The first thing is you have to listen carefully, and you have to give the more importance to listening, and you have to give the chance to communicate with the team members. So this is the first quality of the communication. Integrity and honesty. You have to be very honest with your work. So integrity is doing the right things even when no one is watching us. So if you are working something, some people thought leader will be there and they are concentrating on. If leader is moving other side, they will be sit around and rest. So like that, integrity is doing the right things even when no one is watching. So at that time, also you have to work harder, you have to concentrate on your work. Kami puja bolte na. Without integrity, no real success is possible. So apologizing for mistakes is a good quality and a very honorable quality. So apologizing for the mistakes, highlighting the work of their employees and downplaying their own contribution. So these are the good quality of the leaders. So next you can go for the accountability. So he has to balance himself and also the team members. A good leader takes little more his share of the blames and little less than his share of the credit. So he will take the less credit, and if anyone is blamed, so he will take on himself. If someone is going to pride him and give the credit, oh, my team has supported me. So like that, always he will give the more credit to the team member. That is called accountability. With this, a leader can build trust with their team. So the team member will trust them and they will be work harder than earlier. So these are the best quality of the leaders. Next one, empathy. So empathy is wonderful feeling. So you have to make ourselves in their place. You have to stand. You have to feel like that. What he's thinking. You have to be inside that one. ಪರಕಾಯ ಪ್ರವೇಶ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ. ಪರಕಾಯ ಪ್ರವೇಶ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ you have to place ourselves in their place and you have to think what things are going on, what he's thinking. So when you start doing empathy, you can understand the team members very easily, and what he's having, what problem he's facing, what challenges is, and what he's having that one. So these all things you can understand and you can guide him in a good manner. The next thing is humility and humbleness. Great leadership style focus on problem solving and team dynamics more than self-promoting. So leaders will if they are not having that quality, so self-promotion, instead of that, if he is promoting their team members, solving the problems and with using the very dynamically, using that leadership qualities, so he will become the very good leader. A great leader will never be effective if they are more concerned with themselves than with the well-being of their team. If always they are thinking their development, they will not consider as a good leader. So they will not go to success also. As Thomas Martin said, pride makes us artificial and humanity or humility makes us reality. So always you have to feel human being qualities, and of course we are human beings, and you have to give the more value for humbleness. With that humbleness you can take all together and you can achieve that one, and you have to motivate them. Just you should not have the only concern of the hours development. You have to have the concern that the whole team should have the development. Being humble with their team members will make a leader much more relatable and effective. So the leader will be more relatable with their work and they will be success in that particular projects. So next, vision. What is that vision? Every person and every organization having that image. So we're going to help to achieve that, vision, that is the leader. A great leader clearly set the organizational direction and express share resolutions, ensuring the team members to know the bottom line, make them understand the goals and the vision. Always the leader will have the quality to make the ground level, to work the ground level, and making them knowledgeable about that vision, what vision you are having, and to reach that vision, how you have to work, what are the quality you should have, and from where you have to start, where you have to implementation, the new idea, new technology, these all things from the ground level. That leader having the quality, you should have the quality to develop his team members from the ground level itself. Then only he will be succeed to achieve that particular vision. True leaders inspires loyalty, enthusiasm, and commitment, helps everyone sharing their vision and pursue teamwork. So this is the importance of the vision. Some leaders believe that when they attain a certain level of leadership status, respect will automatically be given to them. This is not the case. Leadership and influence are not interchangeable, and respect has to be earned, not given. So always you should have that in mind. So according to work designation, we're not going to get the respect. In front of that, you can get. In front of us, they can give the respect. But if you have the quality to understand them, if you have the quality to understand their ideas, if you have the humbleness, if you have the good relation with that, then only you can get the respect. It will be earned. It's not demanded. So that is what Martin also told. Connect with people emotionally, make others feel important, be assailable, and it's open and attractive, work towards commonly shared goals, ask for suggestion and inputs. So these are the quality what you can influence the peoples, and you can get the respect from your team members. Positivity. So it's a very important quality of the leaders. Always the leader should have the quality to think positive. Always he has to search the positive things in the challenges. Then only he can able to motivate his team members. Leaders inspire their team not based on their own goals or outcomes, but on their exhibited behavior, life, outlook, and attitude in any given situations. So according to that situation, what the leader is going to give the idea, how he will give the positive related information to solve that challenge. That will play the very important role to reach that particular goal. So that's why always the leader should have the positive skill, and he should have exhibit the positive attitude and to that particular work and that one. The great leaders with positive attitude lead their team no matter the circumstances and situations. You're not going to give more preference of any circumstances, any situation. He's ready to face the problems. He's ready to face the challenges in the positive way. That is the quality of the leader. It's more important how leader react to stress with a positive. Whenever they will get the stress, how you can take in the positive way. So that is the best quality, how we can improve and how we can motivate the people and team members with positively. So this quality should the leader should have. Next, confidence. So if you not have the confidence, you'll not be able to do any work. So that's why the leader should have the confidence on himself and his team members also. So to be an effective leader, you need to take charge. Means always you have to take the charge on in the if you're having the trouble also. This includes being confident enough to lead, knowing that your plan and vision. So you should have the clear information, clear knowledge about your plans and vision, and then only you'll have the more confidence on that work. If you lack of confidence in a leadership role, people will spot that quickly. Means your team members and people very easily they can spot, okay, this person is not having confidence what he's saying. So that's why you should have the homework of that what you are having the plan regarding the challenges and how you have to pursue that plan, how you can execute that plan. So that you should have earlier the preparation. Then you have the more confidence to explain that all things. The more that you believe in yourself, you will be able to manage any stressful situation. So true leaders don't just talk about problems, but come up with their own solution. So leader will never stop and sitting by seeing that challenges and afraiding. Always you search for the new solution. He will do the things in a different way, and he will reach that particular goal along with the team members. Along with team members. So next things will go. You can see that small video. So how can the leaders will take and he can make the safe, and always you have to be in the one of the team. It's not up to travel in the group. Okay. So here you can see that picture. Look things different. So every person is having their own circumference, their own style, and their own education and way of the style experience. According to that, he is having some solution regarding that particular challenges. So in their place, they are right. Instead of that standing, you can interchange that place and you can see that one. At that time, both will come in a conclusion how to solve that particular situation. And next, 360-degree approach. Always you have to see the 360-degree in all the sides of that one. You can see that picture. The person is standing on the bank and island, and he is, by seeing that boat, he will be happy. Okay, at last I got the boat. And the person who is in the boat, he is happy about that. Okay, I got the land over there. So like that, different people are having different goals, and you have to see that all the 360-degree, and you can approach with that particular knowledge to that problems. So next thing, to do things differently, we need to see things differently. So for example, you can see that picture. One person is standing the bank of the river, and the other one person is sitting down on the river. We don't see things as they are. We see them as we are. So what you are feeling, that is just true. The what thing is going on, so you will not going to believe that. So that's why you have to have empathy, and you can see what thing is going on, and you can learn the things from that person. Next, here you can see, try to see things from my point of view. So if the leader is standing according to his knowledge and he is what he experienced, if he is seeing that problem in a different way, so his team members is not having that much of experience, that much of they are not having that much of idea, and they are unable to see that particular problem situation in that what the leader is having the plan. So that what the leader should do, he should call to all the persons on what in that balcony where he is standing. Means in the sense, the leader should develop his team members the what quality he is having. So then only that team members can get the information what the leader like to say to them, and how the leader is tackled with that particular challenge, and he will reach the goals. So with that, you can see the last videos, and it's very motivating. How you can take the lead India. There is a video. So there is a challenge. So all are just watching that challenge. No one is having, and just they are blaming the situation, and no one is ready to solve that. No one is ready to plan how to overcome that particular challenge. So the size, the age, the knowledge is not matters. The only guts, only the confidence, only the thought I can change. So that thought will have the changes. That thought can bring the changes. Something should be changed for someone, somewhere. So that thing started from a small kid. Just he started. You know that he is unable to move that one, but he's having attitude. He's having attitude. I can face the challenges. With that challenges, all the people, all the team members will join with the leaders. At that time, within some time, they can overcome that particular challenge. They can succeed on that particular project. So it's a wonderful video. It is always motivating the people whenever you will have the challenges. By seeing this particular video, it will be motivating. See, he achieved it. So like that, every person is having the life. They face challenges. Let's try to face it. That is the quality of the leader. So with this, I want to conclude this particular session. I hope you benefited from this session. List of leadership skills, attributes and characteristics that help define strong leadership. So thank you one and all. Be motivated. This following video, I conclude this session. Thank you.
1979, SLV-3 satellite launch vehicle, I was the project director, mission director. My mission is to put the satellite in the orbit. Thousands of people worked nearly 10 years. I reached the Sriharikota and it's in the launch pad. Countdown was going on. T-minus 4 minutes, T-minus 5 minutes, T-minus 1 minute, T-minus 40 seconds. Computer put a hold, don't launch it. Computer says don't launch it. I am the mission director, I have to take a decision. Everything is on. Behind me there are 6 experts. They saw computer database coming in and screen, and they see the pictures in the screen. They said there's a problem. The problem is there's a leakage in the system, in the control system. But immediately they calculate, no problem. We have got sufficient fuel and oxidation for control system. It controls the rocket to the required attitude, and we can go ahead. Now, of course, my expert's view, but I took the decision. Problem is mine. Finally, I took a decision. I bypassed the computer. I launched the system. First stage worked is a 4-stage rocket, and second stage got mad. It went to the spin. Instead of putting the satellite in the orbit, it put in the Bay of Bengal. 1979, it was a failure. It was a first time I experienced my failure. How do you manage the failure? Success I can manage. So at that time, a great man, a great leader, Professor Satish Dhawan, he comes to me, I'm very tired working nearly for months. He wakes me up, come, let us go for a press conference. Press is meeting there, like this, number of people, world press, with photos, this and that, all the gadgets, they are there. I was really frightened, I will be the culprit, because I'm the project director, mission director. What Satish Dhawan said, chairman, Indian Space Research Organization, said, dear friends, we have failed today. It's the first time I have to give all the success, all the failure is, I want to support my technologists and scientists and staff so that next year they succeed. So he took the whole blame himself. And then media asked, you put Bay of Bengal so many crores, you are putting like that, lot of criticism. He received the criticism. He assured them in a year we will succeed with our team. It's a very good team. Next year, here only interesting happened. Next year, July 18, 1980, when he succeeded, Professor Dhawan said, you go and conduct the press conference. Do you follow what this means? It means when the failure occurred, the leader took it up. When the success came, he used his team. That's the first